Hello everyone, this is Manoj, and today this video is a response to Slim Shady. So today we're going to respond to Eminem's rap site at the BET Awards. Now, before people come and say, oh, you're pro-Trump, you're this, you're that, believe me, I don't follow any of these people, okay? They all have their own agendas. All I'm trying to say is look at the facts and then you should talk. First of all, do these award shows have no material left? I mean, they try keeping getting hyped by using Donald Trump as their hype card. So I'm gonna play this video for you and then I'm going to elaborate on what Eminem is trying to tell you.
Wait, how was I gonna start this off? I forgot. Oh yeah.
All right, that was a very cheesy opening. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna make this video about.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not, but that's all I got till I come up with a solid.
So basically, he is saying in this line that he has no more material left and he would just throw a hot pot of coffee on Donald Trump's head, which I think is also a threat, isn't it? Listen to the next line very carefully because it can be interpreted in many different ways.
Got a plan and now I got a hatchet like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks.
Now, this is one statement that scares me the most and raises a lot of questions. Has Eminem converted to Islam to be going praying in a mosque? Reference to the plan and to accomplish it by carrying a weapon into a mosque. I mean, that seems a little radical and jihadi to me. Not to forget his getup. That is a jihadi getup and that's a radical getup that you had. Oh my God, that's also how Antifa dresses. I understand he represents the Native Indians and we all understand what has happened in their history. But if you go back in the history before the natives were on that land, before centuries before, we'll see that there were wars being fought all around the world just to occupy land. Okay, people were being slaughtered. It has been going on in the history of the world that people have fought over land and killed and mass murdered a bunch of people. Maybe Eminem doesn't see the news, you know, like Donald Trump said. Look what happened in Sweden. Yeah, there was something happening in Sweden, but you were too busy watching your CNN. Okay, so what is happening in Sweden? Rape. The violence has gone up. People can't go outside dressed as they want. The authorities are telling women to dress appropriate because they can't control the migrants that have moved there. And how did this problem started? It all started but when one country went on and said, yes, we want to take in all migrants from all different Muslim countries. Let us welcome them with all our hands without properly identifying them, without them having proper papers or proper anything. Let's just welcome them all into our countries. And guess what? What happens after? Now we see the result in Germany, we see in France, we see in Belgium, we see it in England. For heaven's sake, you don't have to look too far to actually get what exactly is happening. So when Donald Trump says that, yes, there is a problem, there is a problem. So now if Donald Trump did put a ban, which was actually put in by Obama's administration, you had a problem. I did not hear you talk about it when Obama was president. Now, not only these refugees, asylum seekers that are coming to these European countries or Canada or US, they are also bringing their backwards ideologies to these countries, which is a no-no for Western civilization. And if you want to preserve the Western civilizations, these ideologies are not going to mix. Not to forget that the burden it puts on all of us economically. Who's paying for all this? Our taxes are going to go up because somebody has to pay for this. They're promised 1 year of sponsorship, food, clothes, shelter. Who's going to pay for this? We taxpayers are paying for this. And you know what? I do have a problem with that as a taxpayer. And let me also remind you, the ideology and the people and the religion that you were supporting, do you know that they also support FGM, female genital mutilation? Over 200,000 girls worldwide were circumcised last year in 2016. Months ago, there was a couple of doctors that were arrested that were doing this procedure in the US. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind happening that to your daughter, would you? Now, do you also know in Islam, marital rape is okay? Because there's nowhere it says that you need to consent for it. Also, they believe in killing of the apostates, killing of the infidels, which actually you are one of them unless you converted. Okay, child brides, no woman equality, which I'm sure you would not have a problem with since you've always been a male chauvinist, which we have seen in your lyrics.
Get me wrong, I love these hoes. It's no secret, everybody knows. Yeah, we fuck, bitch, so what? That's about as far as your buddy goes.
Oh, did you also hear Saudi Arabia, the hub of Islam and Muslims, has allowed women to drive in 2017? And you know why that happened? It happened after Donald Trump visited Saudi Arabia. So thanks to Donald Trump, that some of those women that you definitely don't care about have the freedom to finally in 2017 get in outside their house and drive their own cars. Well, so to me, Donald Trump has done more for those women than you will ever do, okay? All you do for women is bash them just so you can sell your lyrics and make some money off of it.
Put anthrax on the Tampax and slap you till you can't stand. But we better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. And while the drama pops...
Oh, so you want to give Obama props. For what? For killing so many innocent people? He was also throwing drones in different countries.
President Obama, he started out by promising hope and change and a better tomorrow. Here we are 8 years later, and here's where we are as a country. These numbers don't lie. We have the lowest labor participation rate since the 1970s. We have over 43 million Americans living in poverty. That's 8 million more than when Obama became president. Median household income is now lower than it was in 2007. President Obama will be leaving office having accumulated more debt than all 43 presidents before him combined.
Or maybe you're giving him props for messing up the Western culture of USA. Well, these are just facts about Obama because I'm sure you didn't know about it, so I cleared it up for you.
When it comes to having the balls to go against me, you hide them. Cause you don't got the nuts like an empty asylum.
Balls, cause yeah, Eminem has a lot of balls. Somebody who doesn't even know who he is, okay? He starts with calling himself Slim Shady. How are you gonna even trust a person that already calls himself Shady? Never. Well, I think he has a lot of balls. You know why? Because he comes out and says how things are. He's not politically correct like every other little puppet that we see. Because people are tired of listening to bullshit. People want to hear real truth, okay? People like me, people like every individual, not elites like you, not the rich millionaires like you. No, people like us. We want to hear the truth. And that's what he does. He speaks to us like how we would speak to each other, okay? You calling him on Twitter wars? No, we want people to come on Twitter because the mainstream media does not tell us the truth. We want to hear it from him. So what? He's on Twitter. That's the technology of today. We're living in 2017. People are tired of hearing this sugar-coated stuff, okay? This is why our generation that you see now are such snowflakes. You say any little thing to them and they're gonna go cry and sit in that damn corner. You know what our generation was taught? Our generation was taught when you see a bully, you stand up to them. You don't go cry in little that corner. No, you stand up. If somebody says something to you, stand up. You don't back down. But nowadays, everybody wants a little safe space. Oh, we want to hide in our little safe space because we are so scared. You are raising a generation of wimps. Wimps. Men are not men anymore. Women are not women anymore. The whole generation is messed up. Universities have become a political battleground. They are being indoctrinated with propaganda material.
But this is his form of distraction. Plus he gets an enormous reaction when he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that. And
the NFL whole thing was actually started when Donald Trump wasn't even in the office, okay? And that was started by your homie, Kaepernick, okay? And yeah, many people didn't like it at that time either. This is why maybe Donald Trump won. Now, as far as it goes about your right to protest, I have never seen anybody being blocked to protest. You know, whether it is Antifa, whether it is Black Lives Matter, you guys have always had right to protest. The only thing we asked was not to protest during the national anthem because it's just disrespectful, okay? And that's exactly what you guys were doing. Pick another spot. Pick another place. Not a platform where we as people are paying to see you entertain us and you're coming there disrespecting the same country that gave you the status that you have right now. The same people that gave you the status right now, you disrespected all of them. But I guess, you know, that whole point just goes... But you know the funny thing is, the American people made a choice. First they made a choice when they chose Donald Trump. And now they made a choice by picking America over NFL. And they're gonna do the same thing with you by picking America over Eminem. Oh, that kind of rhymed, eh?
Instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform for Nevada, all these horrible tragedies.
Oh, so now he wants to talk about Puerto Rico. He wants to talk about Vegas. Maybe, like I said, he's too busy counting his money on his private yacht that he doesn't watch the news, or he just watches the Con News Network. Now, Puerto Rico has not been looked after for a long time before Donald Trump even became the president. The infrastructure was weak. It's just not was developed. That's why the hurricane kind of tore apart everything that was there. Now, there is something called as a Jones Act that was put in before Donald Trump actually became the president. He lifted that ban so the goods that were sitting on the boats could actually go to people, which a lot of shipping companies were against. Let's not forget the disaster that we had at Katrina. Donald Trump himself did the count up there. Any life that is lost is too much, but the death count from Katrina to the disaster that we had in Puerto Rico, anybody can see that, but you can't because you're Slim Shady. Now let's talk about Vegas. Now you want to pin this down onto Donald Trump. Vegas, I don't even know how that makes the connection, but Donald Trump came out as a president and made a statement. What more can he do? Now the Las Vegas thing is being investigated, okay, by the local police and the FBI, who are doing a really shitty job at hiding the truth, because we all know there's something not right about that shooting. There's something still fishy going on. The story is still developing. So how you made that connection to Donald Trump is beyond even my understanding.
Then says he wants to lower our taxes.
Now you're saying that you have a problem paying lower taxes?
Then who's gonna pay for his extravagant trips back and forth with his fam to his golf resorts and his mansions? Same shit that he tormented Hillary for and he slandered, then does it more.
For his trips and his shit out of his own pocket, like he did before he became the president. Okay, he already had money before he became the president. Alright? He lives in a bigger house than the White House. Does it sink in? No. But you know who you're not going to question? The people that actually did take people's money in income taxes, that were raising the taxes. Yeah, Obama, Hillary, and our PM, Justin Trudeau. These elites, you're never going to question them. They're raising taxes and using our money for their own private vacations and expenses.
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for. Because that's how he gets his rocks off and he's orange.
Now he's going to play the white apologist and make fun of all white people. Pretty lame coming from you. I'm talking about racism. Didn't you have a really hard time breaking into the rap scene and also getting accepted into the African American community? You had to work hard for many years to prove it to the African American community that you were as good as any other black rapper out there. So who is a racist then?
Now if you're a black athlete, you're a spoiled little brat for trying to use your platform or your stature to try to give those a voice who don't have one.
No, we're not talking about only these black athletes. We're talking about all you celebrities, all you people with millions and billions of dollars and name for yourself and doing nothing. All you guys do is just yap, yap, yap. I mean, if you really want to do something, take 10% of your income, go onto the grounds and help people. Don't just come and yap, because we as people are tired of hearing your bullshit. Take that money and actually go do some work instead of coming up here yapping to the general audience and trying to divide us.
He's gonna get rid of all immigrants. He's gonna build that thing up taller than this. Well, if he does build it, I hope it's rock solid with bricks.
Every country has rules and regulations about having a citizenship and having non-citizens. Any other country you visit, you have to have a visa. You can't just walk in there and be like, I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna live here. That means you're illegally living in that country. And now what does that word illegal mean to Eminem? Probably nothing. You have to be a citizen of that country to reap the benefits, okay? You cannot just walk into any country illegally and try to claim for your rights and for everything. Now, you think it's fair for an immigrant that does everything legally, fills out his paperwork, comes up with the money, okay, and tries to get here legally to America. I mean, is it fair to that person when the other person is just walking across the border and getting the same things as a person that had to work for it for years? Do you think that is fair? I mean, I really don't see where your problem comes with it. Where is your problem? Is your problem with Donald Trump when he says he wants to work for the citizens of America? Or your problem is when he says that he wants to work for the country? Or when he says that he wants to protect the country and its citizens? What exactly do you guys have a problem with? I know, you guys are all on the same boat. All the elites, all the people with lots of money, all the people have shifted to the left and they want to take over the world. That's exactly what it is. And Eminem, you are one of them. And this is a disgrace. Because what Eminem just did, it's all a media hype. He's trending #1. There's a reason for that, guys. There is a very important reason for that. His album is coming out next month. Of course he needed to be in the news. Otherwise, Eminem was nowhere to be seen in the news. Now he's in the news. But the question is, now that line that you have drawn, we're going to see who is more important, America or Mr. Eminem. And we can already see with the numbers of NFL declining because the Patriots picked America over NFL. And I am 100% sure the Patriots are going to pick America over your stupid bullshit lyrics. But that is all for today. If you liked what I had to say and if you agree with me or disagree with me, make sure you leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because we are a little new, and make sure you share this video. So I hope Eminem can watch this and maybe he can get a little bit informed about what exactly is happening in the news, because I'm sure he doesn't know. Till then, I will see you next time. This is all because I don't even know how these people wear this. I am so hot and boiling. Oh yeah, and fuck you too, Eminem.